Welcome to this episode of The Path to Performance Excellence with mental performance coach Tommy Richardson.
In one of our previous videos, we had talked about the whole process of going from good to great. And we talked about in that process, we have to get through the gap. There's a gap there we have to get through. Tonight, I want to give you 4 basic principles. We talked about some of the most important things in the last video. Tonight, these are the 4. I'd like to start with number 1. Number 1 is have a sense of purpose. Have an objective, have a goal on what you're going for. Now, as we talk about that, that is so critical, but something that's often overlooked in that first step is simply going to the why, the magnificent why you have the goal. And a lot of times in our coaching, we will ask why 5 times. Why is that an objective? Why is that a goal? Why do you want to do that? Because when you go to that depth, you really get to the commitment for that goal. So that purpose is so critical. So if I'm going to close the gap, if I'm going to have any success at all in that, being able to be that peak performer, I've got to really work hard on number 1. Number 2 is have an action plan, a strategy to get me there. Yeah, I can have all the goals in the world, okay, hundreds of them. But if I don't put that second step in, and that's my strategy, that's my action step. Some people call it sub-goals, but they're all attuned to moving you toward that number 1 objective that you're trying to accomplish in that process. So you want to make those the types of things that moves you to that objective. That's strategies. Don't have a goal without a strategy. Number 3 is have the self-discipline and the consistency to do what you have written down. Hopefully you've written that goal. To follow through on the strategy, follow through on those action plans that move you. Sometimes that's the toughest. That's that discipline you have to apply to yourself. That's that consistency to stay with it, because you're going to run into hurdles. You're going to run into things that just knock you complete off track, and you're going to want to toss in the towel and walk away. But if you have enough self-discipline to continue to look at that objective, to look at the goal that you're trying to reach, have it where you can see it, keep your mind focused on it, then have that commitment that you've created, you can get there. But that's self-discipline. Number 4 is have a support system. As a coach, we like to think you need a coach, but also, do you have someone else, an accountability partner? Do you have someone, maybe a mastermind group, of a group of people who are encouraging you to reach that goal? But accountability is such a big part of that 4th step. That person, that group, that individuals, or as I say, continually lifting you up and encouraging you to work toward that particular objective that you have. It's a lonely world out there when you don't have that. Maybe you have done all of those, but you get, man, I wish somebody would give me a little help with this. That's what coaches and trainers, certainly accountability partners, mastermind group individuals can help you to accomplish. So I hope you have all 4 of those all lined up to really move forward and to cross that gap and to have that peak performance going from good to great. Check my blog, coachtom.net. We have a lot of information around how you can be the peak performers. Looking forward to talking with you again soon.
Thank you for watching this episode of The Path to Performance Excellence with Tommy Richardson. For more great information, visit Tommy's website at coachtom.net.